Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to the final set of ASL Season 14 Round of 24 Group F. This is going to be played between Horangi and Mong on the map Vermeer, jungle tile set that all the Terran players love. And it's a rematch of the match that these two players played on Butter. In that match, it was victory in Horangi's favor, and now it's going to have another outcome maybe. As a Protons players, of course I'm going to be rooting for Rangi. He's I think he's the more admirable and the more cute player. I mean, he's new to the scene kind of. He hasn't been qualifying for so long, whereas Mong is kind of a very regular player these days. He's always in KCM, he's always in ASL, he was also in ASTL. So let's all cheer for Horangi, because otherwise we won't have any Protons player coming out of this map. The two players are spawning on the southern side of this map, and for the first time, Terran will have a difficulty, I guess a disadvantage in scouting in this entire series. Mong is scouting counterclockwise, and he's not going to be able to find anything in the top right corner. His opponent's not gone for 12 Nexus either, just a very standard build of Gateway, and then probably Dragoon with range, or maybe skip range and go for Robo. So this forward barracks is not going to help Mong with anything, except for the fact that maybe he can just cover himself up and go for command center. Yeah, so Mong is gonna go and do just that. He's gonna build a blind command center after this. So there was a little bit of a victory on Mong's part, because if Horangi is gone for 12 Nexus, then Mong's would have been completely useless with his barracks. Going as far as that, but it looks like Horangi didn't go for 12 Nexus. So yeah, Mong would probably have a slight edge here going to the next part of the game. The question is how long would this SV live? Core not yet spinning there for Horangi. Horangi is saving all of his money to go for the quickest possible Dragoon in range, and he's probably going to even take a Nexus very quickly as well. Engineering Bay going down just to block this probe, and very lucky there from Mong. I guess not so much luck, but anyways, yeah, just a bit of luck here. This Dragoon is going to clear out the engineering base, so nothing serious, just a bit of a cute maneuver there on the part of Mong. This engineering base is going to fall, and Horangi is going to take a Nexus, a blind Nexus behind this, which is I think safe for him at this point. This Dragoon is just missing the SCV. Of course, Horangi doesn't know where his opponent's located at all. He's gonna find out now with the first Dragoon. The Dragoon is going the very long distance, very lucky for Horangi. However, Mong doesn't have any kind of aggressive build, because the Vulture could have gone inside his base now, or some other kind of really crazy stuff. Did he cancel the core? That is the question I want to ask, because the core was spinning early on. It looks like the core is no longer spinning, so I don't know what is the deal with that. But anyways, looks like Horangi might guess that his opponent's gone for something like command center build, because there's no aggression whatsoever from him. The first Dragoon is guarding the fort, while the second Dragoon is going to be looking for the base of the Terran player. He doesn't find anything at the top right corner of the map. He's going to check the bottom side. So everything is quite standard. It was a little bit very dangerous thing for Rangi over there to move his Dragoon right after he sees nothing at the expansion, because there's a possibility that Terran has not expanded and is hiding behind the ramp. But that possibility is very small. Probes being transferred now. This SV is going to try to come back in. It doesn't see the command center, the Nexus, however, but I think that Mong could guess with his SCV. Only finally now we have the core spinning. Let's see if Horangi is going to go out and go for very early Nexus, but looks like he's going to be going for Reavers first. This delayed core is quite good, because it allows you to get your Reavers a little bit faster. Finally, that SCV is going to get maybe killed here with the Dragoon, so it doesn't have any information as to when and where Horangi is going to take his next base. He doesn't know that Reaver is going to be the build that Horangi went for. Mong, with his scan station, is going to scan the main base first. He's not going to be able to find anything, so he's going to be building a blind engineering bay, which is a correct assessment. Up until this point, Mong has been just assessing really luckily, blindly sometimes. you know, going for 12 or 14 C, or not 14 CC, but command center right after barracks, and also, you know, also with the blind engineering base, so it's gonna be having just fine here. This shuttle is staying exactly where that core is spinning, so I wonder about this, because, you know, I always mention to you, I always like to move the shuttle away from the robo, just to make the enemy think that, okay, that maybe the shuttle spawned already, maybe it didn't spawn, maybe there's gonna be no shuttle, blah blah blah. So, you know, I think it just adds a degree of mystery to your build, and it really flips your opponent. But it looks like he's not gonna do just that. The shuttle is gonna be coming out here. The scan sees nothing, but it sees the shuttle, so that already revealed the hand, you know. Because sometimes you don't need to see the robotic support bay to know that it's a Reaver build, you just need to see a shuttle. So, you know, that really defeats the purpose of hiding the robo support bay if you cannot hide your shuttle, I think. Anyways, the shuttle is coming out with something, probably empty maybe. Vulture coming out now, but the Dragoons are here to intercept. And okay, we have a Reaver in that area. The Reaver takes a shot at some of the Vultures. It's gonna try to attack the bunker, but because you know, no observers are in place, you know, these Dragoons cannot do any more damage. They're gonna try to back up now, and they need to go and defend the new Nexus because some Vultures are gonna be incoming. The Reaver is gonna be coming out, looking to do some kind of a harassment. Does it have a Zealot inside? I'm not so sure. We have a hidden command center at the 12 o'clock position. Some of the Vultures coming out here to intercept. More Dragoons coming in, but this Dragoon block on the ramp was quite good. We have another Dragoon dying here. These Vultures are dying left and right, but finally this Vulture threat is clear out. But Harang needs to know about the hidden command center, man. If he doesn't know about the command center, that's going to be very dangerous for him. Another command center going up as well. So double command center, a hidden one for Mong. That's going to remain hidden for a long time. So what is Harangi's response here? 4-gate, no switch to carriers or anything like that. Very standard build. You know, he's going to sit at home and wait for his enemy to expand. But he doesn't know about this. And this command center is going to be slowly taking some gas. Just some gas would be good enough. Cannon going up for Harangi at this point, just being fearful of the Vulture harassments, but we don't have any kind of Vultures coming out now. Turret sees everything. Starport going up as well, and in terms of supply, looks like Harangi is just ahead by just a few supply, not so much. He's gonna try to, you know, get more supply up. Pylon blocking this area, more Vultures coming out. He needs to go for some harassments here. The second Reaver and probably shuttle speed is done here. This base is going to be allowed to mine for a very long time, which is a little bit unfortunate, as a second what is that thing called, command center is going to be built as well, and these Vultures are going to lay mines all over the map. Just make sure that the Protoss army cannot just freely move to the area. Some Dragoons are gonna try to go out, try to look for places to hit also. So yeah, sometimes this works, sometimes you can just try to sneak a base, something like that. And Harangi with the shuttle without speed, but it's got double Reaver, is gonna try to create a kind of a containment here. But we have some Goliaths in place. Goliaths also support good tanks. So let's see if Harangi is gonna be able to do something. He has dropped both Reavers here, so he's gonna try to contain his enemy a little bit. But this containment won't hold. Where's the rest of the Protoss army? That is the question. Why is Harangi staying home with the rest of his Dragoons? I mean, is it fear of drop or something like that? Oh my freaking god, the tank is gonna try to attack this Reaver. Harangi, where's your army? Use your army! You're gonna lose your Reaver! Reaction so slow, and where's the rest of your army? I wonder what the heck, man. Okay, Harangi is just slowly building up his units, but he's allowing his enemy to kind of grow more and more. Observer sees everything. He might take a scan here, Mong. But no, Reaver comes out to attack, and he was able to clear out a single tank, but that's going to be the end of this attack. A Reaver is still here. It's going to try to... Oh my god, good hit killing both of the Goliaths. And this Reaver... Oh, very unlucky for Harangi losing the Reaver. And this base here by Mong is going to be allowed to start to mine gas. And Harangi is just thinking he's ahead, but he's not. He's not, you know, going out there to check for various locations of the map. And let's see if his the advantage that Mong has is going to be able to help him or not. Very poor unit movement here. Zealot is going to be blocked by the Dragoons. But some of the Zealot are coming in here anyways. Need to get some splash damage. Zealot is gonna get some splash damage on the tanks, but there's a lot of tanks on the high ground here. Dragoons are gonna melt because the tanks on the high ground is really strong. We even have a bunker in the area. That bunker is gonna be gonna be able to clear out these Dragoons, and that attack was futile. Horizon's gonna try to come in with more stuff. He needs to transfer some of his probes. Harangi is known to have this really aggressive playstyle, just constant attack from all sides. Zealot moving in here. We have a bunker in place. The Zealot is going to surround the bunker. Some Dragoons also in place. SCV trying to repair the bunker furiously, but it doesn't really work. And splash damage also on the SCV. A lot of SCVs are going to melt. We have a Zealot also getting splash damage on the tank. This command center is forced to get lifted here. So Harangi have a small victory. But I don't think that is what maybe he's not. Yeah, so look at this guy. So Harangi doesn't know about that base at all. He didn't even transfer probes to his new base, so his economy is not as good as his opponent. Harangi is gonna come back up with some of the Dragoon just to clear out some mines. Good block off that pylon there. Is able to provide a bit of vision and also attack those vultures. But Harangi is not transferring probes to his new base. He's not, scouting the various areas on the map. He's allowed his enemy just to grow like crazy. And yeah, I just really fear for him going to the late game. Another cannon going up, and Harangi unit movement is really slow. Where's his army? He needs to use his army to clear vultures to go for the next expansion, etc. But looks like he's gonna try to deliver a huge punch here. Let's see Harangi if he's gonna be good enough or not. He's up by about 30 supply. He's got Observer, he's got Zealot with speed, he's got Reaver. I'm not sure if the Reaver has Reavers, the Shadow has Reavers, or does it have High Templars? Probably just Reavers at this point. And Harangi is playing with the impression that he's ahead in bases, but he's not. He's not ahead in bases, he's not checking the bases. So this is really cool. He's finally transferring probes now. Let's see here. This next battle is probably gonna, well, I don't know. I think Terran has enough army now to fight this. Some Zealot walking to the various areas of the map just to check for things. He's gonna be going for the new base. This Shadow doesn't have speed. The Goliath is chasing it. He's gonna try to come in here for some drop. What does he have inside? A Zealot, some High Templars, good storm. He's gonna storm the SCV. That was a quite good storm. The second storm hit the vultures, which is quite good as well, clearing out a lot of the vultures. Another Shadow coming in would be very nice. A lot of High Templars, so maybe Harangi is gonna be able to win after all. I'm not so sure. Mong with hidden base is allowed to live for so long, but Harangi is not doing so bad. He's got maxed out now. He needs to do a huge attack, and if he can win against this attack, this might be the crippling blow for the Terran army. 200 Protoss army is gonna be coming in, but the Dragoons in front, he needs to clear it with something. He's gonna come in with a lot of units from all sides. Zealot moving right to the minefield, which is very good. We have some High Templars storming stuff, but really good focus fire. None of the High Templars about allowed to cast anything. Finally, the first storm of the battle is casted, but that was, before all of the Dragoons melted. And that was the end of the game for Harangi, man. Harangi's supply dropped ridiculously, and Terran is scanning the various areas to see that Harangi doesn't have any additional bases, and Mong is allowed to have the same number of bases as Protoss army. He's repairing those tanks as well. This is gonna be the end, man. This is very sad to see, but Harangi is not gonna be able to win this game. He's transferring some of his probes to the new bases, not checking for his enemy new bases at all. He doesn't have vision on the entire right side of the map. That entire top right quadrant is completely blank for him, let alone the 12 o'clock base. So now looks like Mong's gonna capitalize on his advantage. He's gonna do a huge push here, while the Protoss armies is not yet in position to intercept. He's pushing really hard. Harangi have some Zealot on the other side. He's gonna try to clear some mines. Maybe he's got some High Templars. Zealot walking to the minefield, not so good. High Templars are gonna get sniped by the vultures. He needs to use the High Templars to do something. He doesn't have enough forces to fight. He's moving the rest of his forces. He's gonna have a good storm, clearing out some of the vultures, but that is not gonna be be enough. This Zealot is getting blocked, man. Zealot getting blocked by the Dragoons. But anyway, Zealots are moving in, and the Matrix tank is really good. Some stasis, I'm sorry, some mind drags on attack, and this is gonna be the end, guys. There's gonna be no chance for Harangi to come back from here. Harangi is down by about 20 supply. He's got his Dragoons on hold position, but the tanks is really strong. And it's gonna be, unfortunately, Rush and Mong who qualify. I think it's gonna take a miracle for Harangi to come back. He's got a high temperature, he's gonna get sniped immediately by the vultures. Vultures starts to lay mine. It's gonna create more problems for Harangi, and the tanks are shelling that area. He's got a cannon in the area, but I don't think that really matter. Some Zealot come out just to clear the mines here. Another Zealot come out to clear the mines, but some of the units on the left side is not allowed to, team up with the rest of the units on the right side. And the bases of Harangi are getting cut into half. Mong doesn't need to expand; he's gonna expand anyway. He's expanding to the 3 o'clock position, and that is a good idea. Zealot coming in here, Dragoons are gonna get focus fire upon. Some Zealot comes out to help, and these forward tanks are going to die. But I think that is not enough. That is not enough to guarantee a victory there. Some Zealot is going to do splash damage, which is quite good. But no shadow, nothing, no arbiters, just pure ground unit is not good. And Harang is slowly but surely losing the macro game. He was outwitted by his enemy. A consolation prize with the high temperature storm there. But Dragoons coming out just into the line of the tank fire, and another D Matrix that really sealed the deal. Harangi GG's, and Mong qualifies together with Rush. It was a very beautiful play from this Terran player. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.